So good day everyone, I am Jamar Castilla at 21 years of age. I've taken the Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, Section 2I, and I will be going to discuss the mandatory share of MSME in bank's loans portfolio. Allow me to discuss an overview of my report. So a little recap, MSME stands for the Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises. So the Magna Carta of MSMEs in the Philippines was first enacted in 1991 and amended twice by RA 6977, amended by RA 82 1989, and RA 9501. In the Philippines, the mandatory share of MSMEs, or the micro, small, and medium enterprises, refers to the requirements for governments and instrumentalities, including government-owned and controlled corporations, to allocate a portion of their procurement budget to MSME. Through this program, the MSMEs have the opportunities to participate in government projects and contracts. Thus, they will also help them to establish and develop their businesses. So moving on, we can see the table 5, the mandatory share of MSMEs in bank's loans portfolio. Here we can see the law, the year enacted, the coverage, and the share in bank's loans portfolio. So the first one here is RA 6977. In the year was enacted in 1991. So the coverage is the small enterprise. So 5% in 1991, 10% in 1992 to 1995, 5% in 1996, and 0% in 1997. The second one here is RA 8289. It was enacted in the year 1997. So the coverage here is the small and medium. Small, 6% in 1997 to 2007. In the medium, we have here 2% in 1997 to 2007. So the last one here is RA 9501, BSP Circular number 625 in 2008. So year enacted is 2008, and the coverage is the small, the micro, small, and medium. So the micro and small, we have 8%, 2008 to 2018. The medium, 2% to 2008 to 2018. Under the current law, so the companies eligible for coverage must meet 4 conditions. So what are these 4 conditions? So firstly, they must be registered with the appropriate agencies as required by the law. Like for example, for sole proprietorship, they must registered in the DTI or the Department of Trade and Industry. For partnership and corporation, they must registered in the SEC or the Security and Exchange Commission. And for the corporation, we have the CDA or the Cooperative Development Authority, or by RA 6938 or 6939. Secondly, they must be wholly owned by a Filipino citizens, whether a sole proprietorship or partnerships. So if the company is legal entity, at least 60% of its capital or outstanding stocks must be owned by a Filipino citizens. Thirdly, the company must be engaged in business activities such as industry, trade, services, including professional income, tourism-related operations, and agribusiness. And lastly, eligible companies cannot be branches, subsidiaries, or division of larger enterprises. That's all. Thank you for listening, and God bless.